Hi everyone, it's Cerberus here, and today, as the title suggests, we will be looking at supplies delivery. I've already got to the destination where we need to be. I'll also be discussing some recent news over the Imandra map that hopefully we will see in the forthcoming weeks. As you can see, I'm in the 96 320, the Dan. I'm desperately trying to stay away from my 5319. I miss it so much. Parked at the side of me just to bring some fuel in to make sure everything's running properly is the F750, and part of the Imandra map, you'll be happy to know, and I hope that it fixes the job, will be a new upgrade for the Ford F750. Is a new engine which will be the HET-10V 6.6, so hopefully that'll put a bit of pep in that vehicle's step, and hopefully when it hits a pebble it won't come to a sudden stop, and we will be able to carry on and get some missions done. And not only that, with other upgrades that will be available there'll be active suspension upgrades for the TUZ16 Actian, so that will also be available. Also, the metal detector module, I did briefly go over this in an earlier video, and that will be available for quite a few vehicles. We have the Fleet Star, the International Transstar, the International Paystar, the Zeek, the Caterpillar CT680, the Freightliner 114SD, the Pacific P12, the Step 310E, the Chevrolet Kodiaq C70, the Royal BM17, the Voron AE4380, the GMC MH95000, Ford CLT 9000, and the Voron D53-233. So that's for the metal detector, so that will pretty much go on most of the off-road vehicles while we're out there. From what I've seen, it activates pretty much the same as what the size vibrator did. Moving on from there, another upgrade that you'll find there will be for the TUZ 108 Warthog, which is the new vehicle, and that'll be active suspension, so you'll have to keep an eye out for that one as well, guys. The next upgrade from there will have the raised suspension again for the TUZ 108 Warthog. And finally, what most of us have been, well, not most of us have been waiting for, but we'll all be glad of, is finally we will have the all-wheel drive system for the Western Star 6900 twin steer, which I must admit, I love that truck, but it's just unfortunate that it didn't have the all-wheel drive, but now we do. Moving on from there, the only vehicles that will be in there at the moment will be the TUZ 108 Warthog, which is a vehicle you'll have to go out and find. Gateways, there's only one gateway, which is the one that will lead us out of Lake Kovd into Imandra. They haven't released whether or not there'll be another gateway from there. Buildings wise, you will have a sawmill with just bear with me 1 second. Yep, you'll have the timber shipment, which will carry wooden planks. You'll have a warehouse that will do cargo containers, fuel and vehicle spare parts, and you'll have a metals yard which will only carry metal beams. Watchtowers, there's only 3, so get ready to get your mobile watchtowers out to light up parts of those maps that won't be lit up by the watchtowers. And there will be one garage which will be situated some distance from the entrance, so I would suggest heading to there straight away. And that is the news that I've got for the Imandra map at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't show you any images because, like I've already stated, I haven't got the capabilities just yet. So moving on, guys, to Lake Kovd, and the task we're doing today is the supplies delivery. As you look on the map here, let's put in that little white marker as I do up to the north. We'll zoom out. I've already got to the location where you pick the cargo up, which is service spare parts. I didn't want to bore you with the trip over, which is from the garage. Started to come around the back of the garage because it's a much easier entry point. Straight across the map. I came down through here, up this road, and in through here. As you can see, I've already laid out the map to the first drop off, and as per usual, I've already set a vehicle out in the wilderness for my fuel and repairs should I need it. And we'll be going up here to the first location. From there I will turn us around, we will come back, and then we will head this way. Through here, up through this canyon. I did remember, if anyone's watched my earlier episode where I took the chains off my wheels because people said you don't really need chains out in this wilderness part, I know for a fact that there's black ice up here and it will be slippery, so the chains are on the dam, and there's the second drop off point. So guys, let's get on with doing this mission. It's nice and early in the morning. So hopefully it should stay nice and clear. We should reach that second marker without any problems. Unfortunately, a bit like the 53-19, the turning circle isn't that great on here. But the drive over, picked up hardly any, if any, damage. So that would be something to take into account. You choose your vehicle. We all know travelling along that riverbank is very bumpy. So hopefully I haven't tested this in the deep snow, so with any luck this is a vehicle I used to use earlier on when I first started playing Snowrunner. So I got to those Russian maps. I found this truck. Oh, talk about damage, and there I go. We'll go and set it off straight away. This is a vehicle that I used pretty much all the time. Once I picked it up, it was a go anywhere, do anything type truck. So I thought I'd take it out. I'm desperately trying to break the habit of using the 5319 to go everywhere. Down she goes, and as you see when we start climbing over some of these rocks, it takes hardly any damage, if none at all. So it's not a fast vehicle, but it's also not one of the slowest either, so nice little compromise. So I've only got a couple of missions left, guys, to get through on here. There would have been videos of some more, but unfortunately due to internet issues and recording issues, once I finished the missions I realised that they hadn't recorded, so I've missed out on them. Now I am in the process on another save slot of starting the game from scratch again. I'm still only in Black River. And for you guys that are new to the game, aren't 100% certain where you're going and what you're doing, if you'd like for me to start recording those earlier missions, then by all means let me know in the comments down below, and I will do my best to start it from as early as I can. A nice bird, and I will start it afresh. Otherwise, I have been thinking about going back to my Vigor game. I noticed a lot of people that. These gaps here, making sure we're still continuing the right way. Just take the LB button to get these gears up. Yeah, should be a simple, straightforward mission like the others, as long as I've planned it out properly. As long as this truck gets me to where I need to be. It seems to be coping quite well with this ice, even over these shards, which most trucks seem to have a bit of difficulty with. Spoke a little bit too soon. You can see my supply vehicle there just in the distance. I think it would be needed, not even for fuel. It seems to be doing really well on the fuel. Once we've done the first drop off, we can have a look and see whether or not I should pick some up on the way back. I have tried it with the other gearbox in here, wondering whether or not I could get a little bit more speed, but this is the advanced special gearbox that's in here that gives you that extra one gear, and also gives you the off-road capabilities as well as the low plus and the low minus gear. Fortunately, you can't raise the suspension. With them adding so many new upgrades at the moment, we don't know, maybe the map after Imandra will give us a raised suspension kit for at the moment. It doesn't seem to need it. It's managing a lot better than some of the raised suspension trucks out there. Nearly at the first drop off. It is handling this track really well. That's surprising. There we go, first drop off. That cargo button. One down. Go to the map real quick. So like I said, we'll come back exactly the same way. Come round the base here. Up round. I mean, you don't have to take this route, but I just find it easier this way. Less chance of running into any obstacles. So yep, let's turn this round. Watch those tree stumps there. We should be relatively easy, you can just follow our tracks. There we go. So yeah guys, like I said, I've only got a few of these tasks left to do. So I'm debating whether I should record some more episodes of Vigor, or I was thinking maybe Forza 4, Modern Warfare. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you'd like to see something different. I'd even thought about jumping back onto Crossout. Quite enjoyed that game, building trucks. That'd be a nice little feature for Snowrunner. I know that we've got mods coming eventually when they decide to release them. But being able to choose your own engines and your own tyres, change things around a little bit in the game, rather than just the upgrades. Sort of build your own bodies and stuff on here. Would be an interesting concept to sort of have the modding tools built into the console rather than needing a PC to make the mods. Very impressed on how resilient this truck's been at the moment, to be completely honest. I thought we would have had a lot more damage than what we're actually obtaining at the moment. These icy bits just in case it falls through. There's the marker for the set down. I mean, obviously there are other routes you could take once doing this mission. But like I said, I like to play on the side of caution. Just go around the outside. Might take a little bit longer, but sometimes it could also work out to be a lot quicker. The simple fact that you don't get stuck in the high mud or through the ice. You hit some of the very deep snow drifts as well. You could find yourselves thinking you've taken a shortcut and you could spend the next 5-10 minutes trying to drive 50 metres through a snowdrift, whereas you could have gone the long way around like I have and get to the destination a lot quicker. I need to watch these snowbanks here that it doesn't tip me over. Like that. That was close. All around here. As you can see, guys, the black ice makes it very slippery up here. See the chains on. Make sure. Really make short work of that. That was a big one. Nearly there. If you've liked this episode, guys, please leave a like at the end of the video. Leave your comments. Like I've always said, good or bad. I'll do my best to read them all and get back to each and every one of you. And it'd be great if you would subscribe to my channel. As I come up to the end point here. Guys. There we go. Good, this will last until the end of the winter. Thanks again. That's 650 stars and $8,350. That's quite a chunk of change for what's been quite a short mission. But once again, guys, if you like this video, please leave a like. It'd be great if you leave some comments. It'd be awesome if you could subscribe. And until the next episode, guys, this is me saying Goodbye.